Welcome everybody, it's RustyMoney here. We are here on New Hope with a new series called Where the Road Ends, Dreams Begin. We own a sawmill, a small bit of equipment, a concrete plant, but what is this place called New Hope? Well, it is a place where the roads may end, but dreams begin. By establishing a new farmhouse and farm in this vast landscape of meadowgrass, trees, rolling hills, in this place called New Hope, where the roads may end, but dreams can only begin. Welcome everybody, and thank you to all of you for getting memberships to this channel. This is my very first recorded series for memberships, and I hope you will enjoy. Along with that, I hope you found the little intro I made for this series on Share Factory here on PlayStation 5 appealing, as that is the only editing tool I use, and all of my content is Share Factory on PlayStation for right now anyway. But again, thank you to all the memberships, everybody. This series is for you all, and later will go public for everybody to see. So thank you to everybody for also supporting the channel, as you all will see this in the very near future. I appreciate each and every one of you that support the channel either by a like, a comment, a share, a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, or any other kind of direct donation to the channel via my PayPal, or any other type of support you have provided to the channel, whether it be a raid or any other association to helping support the channel. Thank you to each and every one of you. But it's time to move on, everybody. Here we are on New Hope with this new series I'm calling Where the Road Ends, Dreams Begin. Okay, well, what are we doing? Well, we have a little bit of money right now, just over $60,198. We have a little bit of equipment, all chosen from the suggestions all my viewers put in the comments on a post I put on the community tab of the channel. So these were chosen at a mix between all of the comments. So thank you to those that left comments, such as my friend Farmer Mike, Rooster's Farm, Ritolf, and I can't forget about also Crustu, and I know there was a couple of others. But I apologize right now to Crustu, as I did not choose any of the things you suggested. Sorry, I don't mind doing sugarcane, I just wasn't ready for sugarcane harvest right now. And one of the things that Crustu suggested I start with was this piece of equipment right here in the store. Crustu suggested that I start with not only a plastic shovel, but also this sugarcane harvester, and I could not sell it. Well, my apologies, but I didn't choose your selections. But what I did do with the rest of the selections was try and mix them up a little bit. So here we go with those. Our friend Farmer Mike suggested this tractor here along with a different trailer. I didn't choose that trailer for the start, but I do have that mod installed as well. Our friend Retolf suggested a different tractor, which I did not choose, but I also installed the mod and have it turned on for this gameplay. But he did choose me starting with this new Goweil plow that just recently came to the mod hub. And then our friend Rooster's Farm suggested this trailer and a different tractor as well. I did not install that tractor yet, but will in the near future. I just didn't want that tractor at this point for this gameplay because it's a little bit bigger than what I want to utilize at this point. But I did choose this trailer that he suggested from a trailer pack in the mod hub. So thank you to those three individuals, as well as I have another little surprise down at our tiny little farm that I have set up to what I am calling my resemblance to like a No Man's Land start on an old map by Alien Jim called No Man's Land. So as we travel down there, let's just discuss a few things, okay? Like I said, we have a little bit of money, a few pieces of equipment, we own some land, and we own a couple of businesses. First off, we own the sawmill that is on the map, which is located behind us by the store, and we'll look at that here later. But we also own this concrete plant here. Okay, the concrete plant, I just chose that we were going to utilize this concrete plant to help us in this whole story, if you will, of where the road ends, dreams begin. And well, the roads kind of end here on New Hope. Like just down this path here, the road ends, but dreams begin. Well, we're utilizing our cement factory as well as some other mods in the near future to kind of help us lay out the land, if you will. Well, here's where the road ends on New Hope, and here's where the dreams begin on our road that we put in. Well, let's take our road down to our starting plot of land, everybody. I do not know how long I will venture through this gameplay, although there is at least one goal I would like to complete, which we will discuss a little bit further here in just a few minutes. But we do have two pieces of property that we own that we may utilize to the best of our abilities, as well as one other piece of equipment that you will see down at this farm that I built down by the pond area on New Hope. You will see that area over there really soon, and we'll discuss that. But let's go down here to this beautiful little farm that I built kind of my style of a no man's land. So we have one field right here that I created for the start with canola in the field growing. We have a little farm down here with not just one shed, but 3 little sheds. We have a water point right there pumping water. We have a few decorations around the area. We have a silo to store a little bit of product in, as there is our silo right there. We have one little shed right there. And we have our farmyard up in here as well. Hopefully we can drive around this here. Hopefully we're not too long. Alright, we're glad we're not any longer. I didn't really test any of that. So, let's take you into the landscape screen here in just a second. As soon as we dump off our trailer, we'll just put it in the shed up here for now. Maybe even in the lean-to right there. Let's put the shed, or the shed, put the trailer in the little lean-to shed. Jeez, I can't talk even. Let's see if we can get it in there. Oh, it's just short enough. Just barely short enough. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's park the... Whoa! Slow down, we don't want to put a new hole in our house. Not the best brakes, I'd say. Alright, well, we're going to take you up in our drone so you can see the little property. Well, here we are in our place called Where the Road Ends, Dreams Begin, on this little tiny farm. We got a little house with a little grill out front. We got a place to chop some wood to keep us warm in the winter. We got ourselves a shed, a small shed with some decorations and a lean-to attached to it. We also have a bale shed over here with a few starting bales. We have our silo right there, and we have another little lean-to type shed. That is the starting farm. Well, let's check it out a little further. We even got this neat little workshop area. A little tiny workshop for a little tiny farm. That we can repair our vehicles at. But there is one more thing that is left here by our good friend David, who made this map called New Hope for Farming Simulator 25 and released it to all platforms. So thank you to David for this piece of starting equipment that we have up here. At our next part of this series. In this series, we have to utilize the land to the best of our abilities, and we will be building a new home on the side of a hill with a farmyard. That is the goal, to build a new home with a new farmyard on this side hill, overlooking the bottom of the hill and the pond. So let's pull into David's little construction company here. And he said that piece of equipment was hiding over in the trees behind this area. So we'll hop out here, take a gander. Let's see what's up in the trees up here. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. I have never used something like this in either FS19, 22, or now 25. So this is the first time ever. So we'll be utilizing this piece of equipment here as Farm Dog Murphy gives everybody a hello. What this piece of equipment is kind of a baler. A baler that you can even like attach things to the front. It's got a front 3-point PTO on it. So we will be building a new farmhouse and eventually building a new farm down in front of the farmhouse here in New Hope. That is the plans for this gameplay. Who knows where else this may extend? Who knows how far I will enjoy it after that? What else we may do? But what a nice little treat here for David leaving this piece of equipment here for us to use. Well, we get it parked down here at a little tiny farm and we need to move forward. We need to find a way to maybe cut some grass. Let's just park this maybe if it'll fit. Ooh, I don't think it's gonna fit in there with those bales. Let's get it over here in our lean-to. We get it to fit in our lean-to. I think it just barely fits in our lean-to. There. Alright, well, let's get back up to that tractor. We need to get to the store. We need to buy some equipment. We're in October, starting here in October. We are playing with seasons. Basically, we are playing with everything on. The only thing we're not doing is this. We are playing an easy economy just to make this fun. Alright, we are in seasons, 1 day per month, fixed visual off, snow on, crop destruction off. Everything else is on. Disaster destruction is enabled. Dirt is slow, but that's the rest of everything there. That's how we're doing it. But we're going to get back up to the tractor, everybody, and we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Well, here we are up at the store, and we need to make a few purchases. We also had to bring the baler back up here to the store because we got to get something bought for it. So let's go ahead and get things purchased. First, we're going to buy a mower. We're going to buy this mower right here. Working width, we're going to go 5 meter unrealistic, just because that's how I want to play. And we are going to do unrealistic crop guides to the standard one. We're going to paint this case red, this jet black, this will be jet black, and this will be case red. And we'll purchase this for 5,100. We're also going to go and buy a tractor weight. We'll buy this Agco tractor weight for $1,850. And I think that's all we're going to purchase for right now. So we need to get this stuff down to the farm and get mowing. We do have a little extra silage additive there on a pallet from our friend David for our baler mower here. Let's get hooked up to our mower. Let's go see how this thing works. I've never used this before. So we'll get on down to our property and start mowing, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Well, here we are down on our new property, just mowing and baling away, having a little fun using this mod for the first time. Got to get some money built up so we can pay for some new equipment, as well as I believe we have some debt. We have a $500,000 debt that we have to pay for as well. So we do got some money that needs paid to the bank. But lots of mowing ability right now to make some money. We also are going to have to start getting some trees, some wood cut, taken to our sawmill so we can start taking some product to our building our new house. We're probably gonna have to think about doing this in maybe sections, because I'm not sure how many bales we're gonna get off of this. We're just doing grass bales for now because we don't have any form of wrapping the bales to make silage yet. So for right now, we're just making good old grass bales. But I'm going to continue to mow this here, maybe bring you a time lapse or kind of like a jump cut time lapse of all of this, and we'll be back with you shortly. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we got the mowing and baling all done and got a ton of bales off of the area that I mowed. Got like 94 bales, so we need to buy a bale trailer. So let's get a bale trailer. And also we're going to buy a wrapper eventually. we will get this bale trailer down here. We're gonna get this one right here. Let's go auto load. I want auto load. Folding mechanism. I think I'm gonna get that kind of trailer right there. Let's buy this for $18,250. Alright, now we've got bales to go load up and sell. Right now they're just all grass bales, so we don't have any wrapped bales for silage yet, but we will get a wrapper. But let's make some money first. Whoa, buddy, can't slow down. Let's get the automatic auto load turned on. Operating position on. Okay, here we go. We will start to pick up bales once we get down to our property. And again, I got quite a few bales down here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna sell a couple of loads, and then we'll wrap a couple of loads. Now, this series I had said was kind of set up similar to like a No Man's Land play, but I'm not doing it tremendously like hardcore-ish survival. We'll be utilizing some mods I want to utilize. We started with a few bits of equipment. We started with a decent amount of money. So yeah, my hardcore survival, or a more more of a series of survival, is gonna come on a different map. Like, once I find a map that like gives me that kind of like wow feeling, like Osada did in FS22, you know, then we'll move on to doing some kind of hardcore something. I'd really like to try and eventually do some kind of series like I did on Osada with the off-grid dairy challenge, or even like the Pioneer challenge I set up on Alone in the World. But yeah, all kinds of ideas, just haven't found the right map yet for it. This was just, I don't know, this gameplay here, I just really wanted to play the map, you know, so I just kind of come up with this quick little setup. I shouldn't say quick, because I was trying to decide how exactly I wanted to set it up, where I wanted to set it up, and what we actually were going to do. I almost decided against the map just because of the whole road ends deal, but then I thought, you know what, I could implement the whole idea of where the roads end, dreams begin. So yeah, that's kind of how it all fell into place. But originally, after I'd already stated I was gonna do something on this map and took a look at it, was getting some things set up, I actually deleted the game save, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do this. This just is not meeting my expectation, because I can't paint up to the next property like you saw down there by the store. It'd be really nice if you could paint textures right up to that property, but it won't allow you because it's like blocked. Alright, we got our first load of bales here. We'll go sell them up at the animal dealer. 24 bales. We'll see if this little Zeter can pull this heavy load up the hill here. It'll be a perfect test for a 200 horsepower challenge on this map. See how strong this little tractor actually is. Is it gonna make it? Right now it's making it. It's a manual transmission, so it shifted down again. It's maintaining a pretty decent speed here of 9 miles an hour. Sure got a lot of bumpy noise to it. Alright, we are on the way. We'll go grab another load of bales after this load. Getting going too fast there. We're gonna roll the trailer around the corners, you know. We don't want to roll the tractor and trailer. Yeah, so right up here is where I had things pretty much all set up, everybody, and then I went to paint in my road up to this store property area, and soon realized I couldn't join the two to actually gather with paint even. So then I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna not do this map, and then it kind of hit me. Where the roads end, dreams begin. So yeah, that's kind of how I came up with the title there. Then as you can see over here on our cement factory plant too, you can't even paint up to the property there either. So it's just like where all the roads end. Kind of goofy, I guess, but it'd be really nice if you could paint up to the properties. Alright, I'm not even sure where our sell point is for these bales. Gonna assume it's, whoa, somewhere over here at the animal dealer. Maybe right there. That's probably where you buy the animals. Let's drive on around and just see what we got here. Nice area. Real nice area. Whoa. Okay, we don't want to go into the manure pile. We'll be stuck. This little tractor needs a little help with the brakes, I think. Doesn't quite slow down. Alright, where are we supposed to sell the bales at? I guess we'll just see if we do sell them right here. That's the animal buy point. Alright, we gotta figure out where it is. Ah, right behind us. Right behind us, I bet. We get kind of backed over there. Man, we're losing daylight. We're in October here. We're losing daylight. 2:30 in the afternoon. Alright, let's unload bales. Unload. Whoops. Alright, 16,000. Nice. Okay. Let's get back down there and get ourselves another load of bales. They're up to $50,740. I sure hope, everybody, I can keep this going. I hope I can, you know, hope the interest stays. You know, I would love to find a new map for Farming Simulator 25 like this, or like Calmlands, and set a goal like 100 episodes and see like just how massive you could change the map, you know. Really interested in doing something like that, but I don't think this is the map, you know. This isn't the map for that. Originally I thought New Frontier would be the map for that too, but there's a couple of things on there that don't work, that I just don't like. Actually, that was one of the first things I tested here, was to see if I could buy bales at the store. Yep, you can buy bales at the store here on this map, and they actually appear. On New Frontier, you don't get nothing, it just takes your money. Alright, here we are. We're gonna make ourselves another bit of cash. We still have some more property that we can mow. Okay, I'm gonna save that, or potentially even mow that a little bit off camera and bring you back with the next recording as to what got accomplished. But we're gonna get a bunch of grass work done here with these, making this bale money, and then we can potentially get a few other things done before we conclude the episode, maybe. There's a couple other things I wouldn't mind purchasing if we had the money. I got kind of sleepy mowing and baling this, so you can see some of the land that we crossed into right here. Man, it gets kind of dark. Only 2:30 in the afternoon in October. Must be that thing called seasons that I'm kind of really not enjoying as much as I used to. Alright, let's go sell this load now and get ourselves another 16,000. We might even just sell another load of bales and maybe leave the last load of bales to ferment into silage. I don't know. We might do 2 loads. Let's see, 24 and 24 is 48. And 48 and 48 is what? 96? So yeah, we actually do kind of basically have 2 full loads, almost 2 full loads of bales, but we can wrap and turn to silage. And then sell. We got to get a new field in the ground too. Well, we also need to get some wood. We'll need to get some wood to the sawmill here. Oh, wow. Okay, we can't go this way, everybody. I thought this was another way into the store. It's not. It's just another adventure where the roads end, dreams begin over on this property. Big old piece of property there, it looks like. We'll get this sold. Yeah, so really I don't know where this is gonna go, everybody, like directional wise, other than I want to build a farm and that new house on that side hill there. That's really, and we got to pay off the debt. That's about the only two big, you know, really those big things right there. That's really about it. Plus maybe having a little fun, you know, with the whole build thing. I'm doing this even without multiplayer mode, so I'm going to be utilizing the money I make in career mode and single player mode to do my landscaping. So we're really going to have to, you know, pay attention to the money, but we're also playing an easy economy, so, you know, it shouldn't be too bad, I can't imagine. Oh, we need to get, a wrapper, everybody. Well, I'm going to take this bale trailer down to the farm, place it, and we'll get a wrapper, everybody. So we'll be back with you just shortly after I have bought the wrapper. Alright, we're here at the store now, and we're going to buy a bale wrapper. So let's get that bought. We are going to go with an unrealistic wrapper as well, everybody. Now remember, just like I said, that this is not going to be like a hardcore survival series. It's more about having a little fun, but starting with a little of nothing and building yourself up and paying off a debt and building a farm. So let's buy this here, and we are going to well, we don't need a beacon. Well, we'll just do standard. Yeah, standard. Design, standard. Ranny wrap, black, white, green, nature green, or empty. Let's go with green for money. Okay, now let's go with painting it a little, you know, Case IH red. How about that? On design color, we'll go with a little jet black. And the other design color, let's go with like a silver. Oh, that's up there. Okay. Let's try a little bit darker color, see what that looks like. Yeah, that's not too bad. I think we'll go with that right there. Inner rims, I'm just going to leave the rims like they are. Outer rim, we'll leave that like that, and we'll buy this. 26,000. All right, now we're going to go wrap up some bales. When we get down there to start wrapping up some bales, we are also going to be purchasing something and placing it on the ground, everybody. Now, the other thing I would like you members to think about and to pass along to me, I don't want this to be a long, strenuous series of having to, you know, harvest a bunch of trees to build this house. So I'm really thinking about being able to buy pallets of product, and I'm not sure if this map, even over here, I'm not sure even on this map if you can buy from like a warehouse. So if you guys know of any mod for all platforms where you can actually purchase pallets of product, let me know in the comments. Or is there any other kind of all platforms mod that might be helpful here? I mean, I've already thought about like Gaming Joy Sawmill and utilizing it. There also is a mod I need to go back and look for in the mod hub. It's kind of like a sawmill, but it's more like a distribution. So you just drop the wood at it and then it distributes it to the sawmill, so you don't got to transport it. I'm really kind of thinking about trying it and installing that mod, but yeah, we'll get some hopefully some comments from you all. The other thing is this episode here, everybody, this will be the first episode. My goal is maybe one episode a week at minimum, hopefully more. But I think what's probably going to happen is this might turn into something where I'm only able to get one episode maybe every 2 weeks out. But I'm really going to shoot for one a week. Episodes might not be very long. There might not be time lapses, might be a lot of jump cutting. There's obviously going to be some off-camera play. Turn on automatic drop. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, well, I don't want to turn on Whoa, that is super fast. Wow, everybody. Holy cow, I've never used this before. Oh, wow, that got my attention. Okay, let's drop this right here. Wow. Okay, I'm going to wrap some more bales, but we're going to go ahead and place something here with you all quick. That we're going to use for this series for one part of what we need to do. Let's see, I think it's in containers. And I want to use this thing right here. I don't want to keep it real simple to where we got to, what do you want to say? Where we got to, like, be able to buy it for free. We got to at least pay something. So here we are. Buy stones from here. I'm going to put it right there. Hopefully, I don't think it terraformed too bad. So we can get our, let's just do that. Let's just drop our wrapper right there. I'm going to get these, all the rest of these silage bales that we got here, everybody, all wrapped and set nicely in a pile, hopefully. Whoa, let's not fall off our little cliff into that tree. We'll really be stuck. Okay. Let's go get... Whoa, we're already stuck. Oh, no. We are... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Rusty. That trailer's just about too big for that, for that shed, little lean-to shed. Alright, we need to paint this out, too. Let's see how much 10,000 liters or so of stones is going to cost me here. I have no idea. Hopefully not very much. Okay, 1,605. Alright, not too bad. Okay, let's take this up to our cement factory. Now, we are playing with stones on as well, so I'll be collecting stones when we get the proper equipment to collect stones. But right now, we're going to take our first load of stones up to our cement factory to help start making us some product here to utilize on our new series here called Where the Roads End, Dreams Begin. So I hope you all have enjoyed this first episode as I take this up to our cement factory and deposit it into there. Hopefully, I was able to do a little bit of a time lapse in this episode with the grass cutting, but I think time-wise, I'm probably gonna have to forget the grass cutting and include all this other chitter-chatter box with you all. Me when we were picking up bales and selling bales and all of this right here. So yeah, again, I'm really right now excited about this series. I mean, yeah, we're playing an easy economy, but it's kind of a series about having fun. I thought I could see what I could do on this map with building a farm on that, you know, another side hill. But doing it with all of our members first. And then letting the rest of you all see it later. So I hope you do enjoy. I hope you do end up dropping a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. I really love comments and I respond to every comment, so I really would appreciate comments, everybody. Suggestions. I will try to implement mods if you leave them in the comments. But let's get our first load of stones to our cement factory. Alright, let's get that thing going. Our cement factory, we can make cement brick, cement bags, and roof plate. Well, let's just turn it all on, you know. Why not? And let's then we will exit out of there. Okay. Now, I don't know if our new house really takes any of the stuff from that. It's just I want to do a cement factory. So we're probably going to end up having to do something to make us metal. But hopefully there's some mods out there I'm not aware of, everybody, that will help us allow us to buy pallets of products to take to our house if needed. So if you know those mods for all platforms that do us, if there is a warehouse out there, please let me know. I might even add it in here as something free to me to utilize, because I don't want to earn the money to build it and then get it later. I want it now and then buy from it. So yeah, just let me know what you think, everybody. Leave us comments. Don't forget to share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing the videos and live streams from the channel. But from myself, RustyMoney, we will see you all on the flip side in the next episode. Stay tuned, everybody. Have a good one.
PlayStation